Hi, everyone. I know property taxes are going high with the value of the houses, home properties increasing, and you're probably saying, like, how can I save on my taxes when it comes to property taxes? Now, I want to give you 8 tips, 8 ways on how you can lower your property tax. And these are some strategies that I provide with my clients, and I want to share with you on how you can do it also too. Now, when you get your property tax bill, I know besides looking like over shocked, like, oh my God, this is so much. What I would encourage you to do is look at it and compare it to what it was from last year to this year. Do you see a big change? Do you see a big spike? Is it something that's questionable? So one of the things a lot of people tend to just say, oh my God, it's so high, and they just go ahead and pay it. You have rights, and I want to share with you what you can do to lower your tax bill. Now, again, first thing you want to do is look at it, right? And compare it and see what it is. Now, one thing you can do also too is you could go down to your city hall, to the office, and request a property tax card. Now, what this is, the property tax card is, it's going to be from the local assessor office, which is going to provide you information about your property over time. So on this card, it's going to tell you the lot size, it's going to tell you the room precise dimensions, the number of the types of fixtures within your home, information on any special features or improvements to your existing structure that you may have done. So if you have done any upgrades or you thought about upgrades and for whatever reason it kind of transpired onto that card and you're like, hey, they ain't supposed to be there. This is a great time to reevaluate it and have them reassess it. So that's the one thing that you want to do is look at your property tax card that they have on file for you. It is vital that you look at it and sometimes just don't, we're all human. Things may happen. And you want to make sure they're looking at the right house also too. Now, the second thing is don't build. Please refrain from building, especially if you have a high property tax. Now, I want to tell you this. Now, if there's a need and you have to fix it, you fix it because it is a need. One of the things that I want to encourage you, any structural change to your home or property will increase your tax bill. So, instance, if you get a deck, a pool, a large shed, any permanent fixture added to your home will presume an increase in value. Now, we're not talking about fixing the gutters unless it's elaborate and it's just like capturing all the water and it's dispersing into the ground and making a funnel. Yeah, okay. We're not talking about that. We're talking about basic stuff. A pool. So if you want a pool and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't go to, it's so hot, I need a pool. Just know that's going to increase your property tax. Now, as homeowners, I want you to really look at any additional, again, that would increase your property tax with construction. What you want to do is you want to call your local building and tax department and get a ballpark estimate on any changes that were occurred to your home. Yes, you can actually do that. You can actually call them and say, hey, I was just inquiring about if I was to get a deck, upgrade in my deck, or put a deck in the backyard, or do some extension, how would that impact my property? They can give you that estimate for you. And then so basically, most likely it's going to go back for what it was for last year. But that way you have an idea moving forward, like, okay, is this deck valid or needed right now? Now, if it needs to be fixed, please fix it. Please fix it. Okay, the third one, limit curb appeal. Okay, I love flowers. I love flowers. I love it. It's just so beautiful. It just brings life. But I would encourage you, if you increase your curb appeal, you're going to be increasing your property taxes. So I'm not saying keep the trash on the ground, don't rake the leaves, don't pick up the trash, don't pull the weeds. I'm not saying that. I'm saying is that if you increase your curb appeal, and you put brick, you put slab, and you put all these extra stuff, you are going to increase your property tax. Now, there are things that need to be done and fixed. I get it, I get it, I get it. But just know that just keep it simple, keep it basic. So that way it looks fine, it looks presentable. You don't want nothing extraordinary, like really over the top. Because if you get over the top and it looks pretty for you, it's gonna look pretty for the tax assessor also too. Now, another thing also too, what I would encourage you to do is research your neighborhood homes. Now, for example, if you have a 4-bedroom home with a 1-car garage and your home is assessed at $250,000 and your neighbor has a 4-bedroom home, but his house sports a 2-car garage and has 150 square feet shed and has a beautiful swimming pool. And despite all this, his home value is at $235,000. And you're probably saying, something ain't right. He has more, I have less, and I'm paying more. So you need to, that could be a mistake. Definitely dispute that. Those are things that the assessor may have done in error. So that's something you bring to their attention. Now, one of the things is, we were all taught that you don't allow a stranger in your home, you don't talk to strangers, but I would encourage you when that tax assessor come, allow them access to your home. And you're probably saying, Nistla, really, why do I want them in my house? I'm going to tell you why. That if you don't allow the tax assessor in your home, what's going to happen is that they're going to make assumptions. And we all know what assumptions does. Assumption can be very expensive. So they can assume that you have this 4-bedroom home, you have wood floor everywhere, despite that you have carpet in your bedroom, that you have upgrades for marble countertops, you have new appliances. So we're going to increase your property tax with that. And then so you want to avoid that. Now, you don't have to. You do not have to allow them in your home. Most of the time, they'll ask you questions. They'll ask to go around your property to make some assessment that way. But I would encourage you to give them full access if possible. So that way you can see what they're looking at and also be a part of the process. Now, while you give them access, you walk with them. You highlight to them the good and the bad. Yes, this is a great opportunity to let them see the good and the bad. So they're like, oh, you have all new appliances. No, we don't have all new appliances. Or maybe you have new appliances, but it's not the top of the line. You want to walk through and point these things out so that there's no room of confusion, okay? And so the next one is look for exemption. Calling all veterans. As a veteran, depending on your state, could be an exempt and you can have the homestead exemption. Basically, you get a portion of your tax property reduced, and this will lower your tax property. Now, as you get older, they do have some tax exemption for older adults also too. Individuals that have disabilities, you can have also too. There's some exemption also too. And depending on if you're in a rural area, depending on farming or agriculture properties may be eligible for some exemption. You won't know until you contact your tax assessment office. Now, anything that you see that is not right, I gotta say, anything that you see that's not right, I would encourage you to appeal it. Now, you're probably saying, the headache, the drama, why, Nissa? Why would I spend time doing it? The reason why you would do this is because if you don't do it now, what's going to happen is next year, the year before, it's going to keep going up, and then it will actually cost you less to appeal it now. Now, I will tell you, depending on the situation, you may have to get a lawyer, but the cost of getting a lawyer without cost, and it'll just like even out by you getting a lawyer, and also to ensure that you are paying your due fair when it comes to your property taxes. Now, again, I want to go over the 8 steps that you want to make sure that you are following this to the T so you can lower your tax Ask for the property tax card. Yes, you have all rights to look at that. Don't bill unless it's necessary. 3, limit your curb appeal. 4, research your neighborhood houses and see what they're paying also too. But this is a good time to be nosy around the neighborhood and see what other people are doing. 5, allow the assessor access to your home. Yes, it's okay to walk, to into your house. And then, because we don't want no assumptions, and then walk with them. So you're looking and you're pointing out the good and the bad. Yes, this is an opportunity to point the good and the bad to them. So that's number 6. And then 7, look for exception. Don't assume anything, apply for it. Let them tell you you're not eligible. Apply. And then 8, if it doesn't look right, appeal your tax bill. So these 8 tips will lower your property tax. Now, if you need assistance on where to look and how to go about it, contact us at Choose Love Solutions. We are here. We are all about helping you lower your tax liability to make sure you're putting more money in your pocket, building your empire. And my name is Nissa Love, your tax strategist, your real estate wealth accountant, and you can reach me at Choose Love Solution. And I look forward to speaking to you soon.